Warning: the following audio podcast may include language of an adult, nonsensical, repetitive, and quite frankly, moronic nature. On the plus side, if you watch the video version, you get to see two sexy motherfuckers. Enjoy the show.
Look, man, when you beat me, I hurt all over, and I didn't want to know from nothing or nobody, not even my kids. The hell, every fighter knows that hurt, and we get sick inside trying to live with it. So don't back off now. Make it right for yourself, or you'll be sorry you didn't. We held the greatest title in the whole world, babe. You lost that fight, Rock, for all the wrong reasons. You lost your edge. All right. I know your manager dying had you all messed up inside. But the truth is, you didn't look hungry. Now, when we fought, you had that eye of the tiger, man, the edge. And now you got to get it back. And the way to get it back is to go back to the beginning. You know what I mean? Maybe we could win it back together. Eye of the tiger, man.
And now, coming to you live from the tri-state area and San Francisco, California, it's the best part of Wednesday, Waffle Box, with your hosts, Mike Fish and Kush Hayes.
Welcome to Waffle Box, the podcast where we talk about anything, everything, and nothing all at the same time. Coming up on episode 136, it's training day in the Japanese zoo. Are mainstream media's sexist? Plus, Kush goes undercover in a spy movie for this week's movie review, and much, much more. I am Mike Fish, who's just realized by looking himself in the Zoom that he really could iron this shirt beforehand. And he is joined, as always, by the main man from San Fran. It's Mr. Kush Hayes. Kush, how you doing, buddy?
Thank you, Gordon's Fisherman. What's good, y'all? Kush Hayes here, coming to you with the newest episode of the Waffle Box. It's the best part of Wednesdays. You accept no substitutes because it is the original Waffle Box. You're coming all the way from the future home of Super Bowl 60, 2 years away. You love us because we do this, and we do this because we love you. What's good, Producer Lathan?
I'm furious, Kush. I am livid. If I was a bomb, I'd be ready to blow. If I was a kettle, there would be so much steam coming out of me that you could fill a sauna. Because after watching the Grammy Awards this weekend, I realized what a complete piece of shit Travis Kelce is. All we've been hearing about this year is about how many times Taylor Swift is shown during Chiefs games. But when it's finally her time to shine, when she's the one in the spotlight, when she's being honored, he's nowhere to be found. Oh, sure, he's got the Mega Bowl next weekend. But he couldn't show up for her this one time. Fuck that guy.
Damn. I'm pretty sure they had an arrangement. Like, I'm sure they knew. Like if he didn't have big game 58 coming up this week, he'd probably be there.
I mean, it's a fair point, though. It's a week away. He could have been there, like the Forgetting Sarah Marshall scene. He could have been on the red carpet in the background, holding a handbag. And a supportive boyfriend.
Yeah. Again, I'm sure they had it figured out.
Well, I'm glad you got that out of the system, Lathan. Because you always say future home of Super Bowl 60. I should have said coming to you live from the future home of the 2026 World Cup final, baby.
Oh, that's a MetLife, right?
MetLife Stadium, bitches. But we're going to grind our gears off our chest early on. When they made the announcement, they keep doing that bullshit marketing thing of saying, and the winner of the bid to host the World Cup final is New York, New Jersey. No, the stadium is in New Jersey. That's it. Yeah. Stop saying New York.
New York, New Jersey. Yeah, I don't know why they do that. They definitely don't do that here. It's not San Francisco, Oakland. It's not San Francisco, San Jose, or Marin, San Francisco. It's San Francisco or Oakland or San Jose. Or
I get that New York City is sexier than New Jersey. I get it.
Yes.
I'm not that blind. But it's confusing for people, to tourists, because again, I go back to the story of when WrestleMania was last headed here, and they kept saying New York, New Jersey. You had all these poor dipshits renting Airbnbs and hotels in Brooklyn, and then realizing they got like a 3-hour journey back to the hotel after the event.
I mean, to be fair, I think you guys are a little spoiled over there with how how dense the states are, but how small they are. Like you could literally trip over a rock and you'd be, oh my god, I'm in Philadelphia now. I'm in Pennsylvania. Holy shit! Like it literally is that it's a tri-state area for a reason.
Well, and yeah, you could do a quick road trip. I could hit New York, New Jersey, Connecticut,
I
Pennsylvania.
can't fathom that. Like just like again, you travel for 9 hours, you're still in California, depending on what direction you're going.
Technically, as well, if I wanted to drive like 4 or 5 hours north, which is still, it's a doable road trip. There's Vermont, even Montreal. I can drive to Montreal in 6 hours.
It's pretty neat.
It is pretty neat. It's Montreal's got that little je ne sais quoi, as they say.
Oh, look at you.
The locals and
Ooh
their
la la.
crazy French fakeness. What's up with that? What have you been up to? I know you're gearing up, obviously, for the big game on Sunday.
Yeah,
the big game, because
Big Game 54, Part 2, Big Game 58. Holy shit.
big 49ers taking off the Chiefs.
Yeah, and again, I'm not the big football guy here, but I do enjoy the Super Bowl. It's just a lot of fun. Get with your friends, have a lot of drinks, eat some food, bullshit. Make really stupid bets involving really stupid cash. And yeah, man. Hopefully the Niners avenge their loss from 54.
Fingers
Like,
crossed.
I was in a truck driving to Arizona during the whole thing. So like I'm kind of getting stuff on a radio when it's not staticky and all that. But yeah, I was just like, ain't that a shame?
Super Bowls are way more fun to watch when it's your team.
Mhm.
Like, although they are pretty stressful when it's your team. But
I don't feel that stress, or at least not till like it's down to the wire. I don't know why I thought the 49ers and Ravens was like within the last year. Honestly, I don't know why I thought that. I think I've even said that on Waffle Box a few times. No, apparently it was 11 years ago, Kush. Dummy.
it's been what, technically 12 years
2013.
since
2013, I just looked it up.
And then was it the year before that was Giants Patriots? That was the last time I saw the Giants in the Super Bowl.
Well, since it was the 49ers, I did not retain that information, sir. Let's see. Yeah, New York, New England was the year before that.
With the last second Hail Mary throw by Tom Brady and the heart attack that I had, but thankfully the catcher dropped the ball.
Yeah, that was a good game too.
Yeah,
it's those close ones that are it's those close ones that are really good. It's those blowouts that even when it's your team, you're just like, okay, I guess.
What was the last one? Was it the?
So last year was Kansas City, Philadelphia, and that was a really
was it like 4 or 5 years ago where it was like just a complete like one-sided pathetic over by middle of third period.
Tampa Bay 31, Kansas City 9 was 3 years ago, but
now there's one that was as a bigger one a couple years before that.
Seattle 43, Denver 8, and that was 20. That was 10 years ago at MetLife.
Oh, look at that, full circle. Marvelous. So what else have you been up to other than football? We don't want to get too in the mud of football. What have you been up to?
Yeah, dramatic fucking weekend, bro. When the American medical system wasn't upsetting me, like there's a storm happening, trees are falling down all around us and shit. I know the East Coast way better storms than us, guys. Okay, like people die and shit. Like there's rivers out in my front yard here, and then someone got carjacked in front of my house this morning.
Oh shit!
Like crazy, dude. It's just like I didn't hear any of it. Next thing I know, like there are cops alarms. I was like, what's going? They knock on our door, like, could you check your Ring camera, your doorbell, like your doorbell cam? We want to see if maybe you caught something. It's like, what the like literally 45 yards in front of my house. This happened at 9 a.m. This woman just tried to go to work today and got robbed.
Did you catch it on your Ring doorbell?
No.
I
have footage of the car there. And then 10 minutes later, I have footage of the car not there. And it's just like,
you need to increase your motion distance, I guess.
It was across the street anyway, so it wouldn't have activated.
Yeah, but still, you can be a dick, and like really on the app, you can really spread it out, and so
my guy,
record your neighbors from across the street coming out of their house every morning.
Trust me, I've got it on the most sensitive setting. It was still across the street.
Oh, no, I have a neighbor a bit up the street whose Ring doorbell is not only super sensitive but super obnoxious as well. Like every time I
Mhm.
walk past with the dog, I'm not even on their yard, I'm just walking on the sidewalk past their house, and I can hear the Ring doorbell going, "Warning, you are being recorded."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We don't do that shit. At
Now,
most,
if you're being recorded by my Ring doorbell, you have no fucking clue, except for the fact that there's a Ring doorbell right there.
yeah, no, I don't have any verbal warning. At most, like depending on the light that's happening, it might go from color to infrared or black and white or whatever, and you'll hear the lens click over, go, and I've seen people walk by, the color changes or whatever, the bell clicks, and then they stop and they go, and then they get out there as soon as they can. I'm like, oh, what was going on there?
Yeah. I've had the ring doorbell just over a year now, and I've only really
Mhm.
made the most of it once. Not much goes on around here. Like I've had luckily I was driving and my app went off. Oh, there's someone at your door, and so I swiped it
Mhm.
so I could quickly see, and it was like a UPS guy.
Nice. At least
And I was
ring the
like, "Hey,
goddamn
buddy,
doorbell.
like, can you just leave it there?" And he goes, "No, I need your signature." I go, "Oh, well, I'll be home in 20 minutes." And he's like, "Oh, okay, I'll come back round." I was like,
Oh, that's
thank you."
nice of him.
Took him about an hour, but yeah, I guess he was being
Well,
nice.
still.
Beggars can't be choosers.
No, it was nice that he came back. No, Amazon continues to be afraid of doorbells. I don't understand why this is a thing. We're not in a pandemic anymore. They still continue to wear gloves. All they have to do is just push the goddamn doorbell once. They don't even have to stick around. They can just leave it right there. But at least I would know they arrived. My neighbor 2 days ago he rang the doorbell. He was like, "Yeah, they left this for you yesterday, and I rang your doorbell." He rang the wrong doorbell, by the way. He rang the old the old World War II doorbell that came with the house, not the one we installed 3 years ago, and so no one heard it. But it's just like fucking hell. Like delivery guys, ring the goddamn doorbell. I don't know why this is a thing.
Because they're scared. They're socially awkward. That's why they have that job, I think.
Fucking hell.
I don't know. Speaking of deliveries, did I have an adventure? Oh my god.
Oh my.
Everyone's gonna have to strap themselves in because this is gonna be one of those moments where you're gonna be like, you'll be talking to your friends, you'll be like, "Hey, do you remember where you were when you heard that story by Mike Fish on episode 136 of Waffle Box?"
Hold
So,
on the mic here. All right, I'm ready.
so I got a new fridge today.
Nice.
And so the fridge started making, a couple of days ago, started making really like bad whirring noises. I know sometimes they make whirring noise, but this is like the aggressive, "Ow," like
Mm-hmm.
like an angry dog kind of
I
noise.
understand. You'll
And after a couple of minutes, it stopped. I was like, okay, that's fine. And then like next day later, it's like doing it again, but for like 15 minutes. It's like, okay, that's got to be like the compressor, or I'm no technical whiz, but I know.
So you know what a compressor is? I would not have gone there.
Well, me. So I let my landlady know.
Okay.
I was like, hey, just to let you know, it's not broken, but I think it's kind of on its way out.
Mhm.
And to her credit, she was like, boop, 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 boop. New fridge is arriving on Tuesday. I was like, oh shit, thank you very much, right? Which is great. But
And this is the landlady you're talking to,
yeah,
or landlord.
but she did ask me before she ordered it. She asked me to measure the fridge.
Very important.
To make
Very
sure, right?
important.
And so I am okay. This is what the size of the fridge. Blah, blah, blah. And I put it as, the new fridge she's ordering is slightly bigger than the old one, but measuring where it's going to go, plenty of room. It's going to be fine.
It's just getting it through the door.
Ah, so there you go. So ordered it. Yup, 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 yup. And then the night before, I get the whole, you measured for the fridge, right? I said, yeah, measures fine. Measured fine. Yeah, but what about the doorways? Because it has to get through the doorways. Did you measure the doorways? To which I had that quantum leap moment.
Oh boy.
I had not done the doors. So I had this panic, like this cold sweat all night, this anxiety where I just couldn't hardly sleep. And then finally the guys show up.
And they just took the doors off the refrigerator.
Yeah. When it arrived, it didn't have any doors on, so it slips right through. It was mad. It's like, oh, fuck. Why didn't I think that? Of course they were going to do that.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how crafty these delivery guys are that deal with refrigerators and doorways. Like, yeah, they know what they're doing.
Oh,
sometimes.
This, I mean, it's not the biggest. Like, it's a relatively basic fridge. It has a big compartment at the bottom that keeps things cold, and it has the thing at the top that keeps things frozen. It's not like a smart fridge or anything like that.
No, it doesn't have to
obviously,
just
they're
keeps
still
it cold and frozen.
They're still pretty big, still pretty weighty things. And these two fuckers up the stairs, in the kitchen, whoop, 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 putting the doors back on. They were like in and out in like 5 minutes. I was very impressed. It's like, oh, those are real men. I wish I was there.
Yeah, right. They do this every day. You know, they're used to it. They got a system. They know what they're doing. I had somewhat of the opposite. Our refrigerator died about 2 or 3 years ago. Called up the property management. Hey, fridge is dead. They're like, no problem. We'll bring a new fridge tomorrow. And they did. That wasn't the thing. But then, like, the guys who delivered it, like, so how do you want us to get this in the house? And I was like, that's your department, gentlemen. By the way, this house was built during World War II. So it's had 14 other refrigerators here. Everyone else has figured it out. I have every bit of faith in you. And guess what they did? They just took the goddamn doors off. And it's just like, yeah, come on, guys. There's no stairs from the climb or anything, but they're like, they were at an obstacle for a minute. Like, I was like, you guys do this every day. This is part of your job on the property. It's like just delivering refrigerators and washer and dryers, and just take the damn doors off.
And it was good. In the ass, so it was having to obviously remove everything from the old fridge freezer
and
take it downstairs to the basement to the luckily in our building we have like a in case of emergency fridge freezer in the basement.
Okay, very cool.
But it was still a case of putting it all in bags and boxes and taking it down to the basement, and putting it into that fit. One, and then coming up, and then the next day going back down, collecting it again, putting it all. Oh, it was...
in our situation, we were lucky that we had a couple of those giant styrofoam boxes from Omaha Steakhouse.
Game changer.
Yeah. So we, and again, this is all frozen food. So you just put all the frozen food in the one styrofoam box, and it became an ice cube on its own. You're like, cool. The milk and everything else, I was like, worried about that. But what are you gonna do? It all worked out. And new groceries were purchased eventually.
Just the facts, ma'am.
Another thing that's been going on in my world is, because I text you about this, I SMS'd you. What did SMS stand for again? Short message service. Started watching Masters of the Air on.
Oh yeah, you're talking about that. Any better?
I've watched the first 3 episodes. The next episode comes out on Friday. It's okay.
Yeah.
It was one of those shows where, like, I just sat there watching the TV, not really making any reaction, not like, no emotion coming out of my face.
Yeah, I don't.
And then after like 55 minutes, the episode ends. Like, I just need next episode. Like, I'm just like, so it's good,
okay,
but
so it's pulling you along.
It's good enough. But I do fear, because I get why they do this to keep you subscribed. They release new episode once a week, like regular TV, rather than putting the whole thing on. But I do fear this might be one of those shows where in like 4 months' time, I'll be scrolling through Apple TV and be like, oh, I started there. Oh, you know what I mean? I might just
yes.
This. But one thing that did come out of it, and this is where I SMS'd you about our old Austin Butler.
Yeah.
Played Elvis in the movie Elvis, who apparently, according to you, I trust you. I didn't do my due diligence. I didn't fact check this. But apparently he's had a little bit of an issue after filming the Elvis movie where he can't stop talking like Elvis.
Went too deep into the role.
Too deep. You never go full Elvis.
He's admitted this multiple times in interviews since that movie came. I was like, I can't keep talking. I can't stop talking like Elvis. I don't know what's going on.
But it wouldn't be that his hair is also a little bit Elvis-y in this as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they haven't
there's a reason why they
it.
cast him to play Elvis. He looks like Elvis.
I guess. But it is kind of weird Like seeing all these guys, because I appreciate, World War II, these people coming from all over America in the Air Force, but it's just like all these like rugged men doing manly shit and shooting guns and stuff, and then in comes Captain Elvis. Oh yeah, so what we're gonna do? We're gonna go over. We're gonna go over to Germany and we're gonna drop some bombs on Hitler.
I'm happy to report that did not happen. In fact, he was like, "You got to get me out of here real quickly. Like these guys were trying to get me killed. Oh, have mercy."
Although the one plus I did come out, because you remember for a long, long time, people have always wondered: one, are they finally going to do a movie adaptation of Johnny Bravo, and who's going to play it? Boom, Austin Butler.
He'd be really good at that. Yeah,
He'd
The
be
Rock
really
was supposed to
good.
do it for a while. I don't know what ever happened with
See
it.
that Rock's too. I mean, he could pull it off, but he's too macho. I think the point of
Too much.
Johnny Bravo was that on the outwards he was like so alpha male. It was funny, you know what I mean? He went over the. I think the Rock's. I think he can do it, but he's. You know what I'm saying? Like he's too serious.
I think he would have had a problem with the hair alone.
Yeah, he would look stupid with the Johnny Bravo hair.
But at the time when they announced that, I was like, well, that's what they're going for, right? They're trying to make something stupid, right?
Yes.
But I guess it was too stupid because that was like 20 years ago they were talking about that.
Yeah, I don't think they would be able to make an Austin. Why do I keep saying Austin? Austin Butler is the guy I want.
This game is that strong.
Johnny Bravo, would it work now? Because I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm not that guy who's like, oh, everything's PC. PC's gone mad, but I can't say anything. You can't compliment a woman's tits anymore. Like I'm not. It would
be
that
very
guy.
Austin Powers comparisons.
But it would be a little bit, and it's like, could they do it? And if not, what's the point? Because that's the whole point of Johnny Bravo is that he's super macho and almost sexist, but he is the punchline. But I don't know how that would get over in today's world. I don't know.
Well, even if they weren't worried about all of that, like Johnny Bravo's not a mainstream intellectual property. Like dorks like you and me know about Johnny Bravo. The mainstream middle America, the flyover states, they don't know what that is. They think that's the character Greg Brady played on an episode where he got to move into the attic. That's a reference.
If you're not familiar with Johnny Bravo, go on YouTube, and the best example I can give you is if you go into YouTube and search Johnny Bravo Scooby-Doo. They did a Scooby-Doo Johnny Bravo crossover.
Oh, really?
And it's tremendous.
Okay.
Like Johnny Bravo's trying to hit on who's the hot one? Is it Daphne. And the blonde fella. Fred, he gets all jealous and stuff like that. It's really funny. It's super funny. Nice. But yeah, don't worry, people, because I thought that was almost ahead of its time in a way, because Johnny Bravo was this misogynistic guy, but at the end of the episode, he would always get his comeuppance, and the woman would like kick him in the dick or punch him in the face,
and oftentimes he got kicked in the dick,
and then he'd go call him back and live with his mum. It was a joke. He was funny. So yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do the monkey.
You've seen Kush Hayes do the monkey several times on this show. So yeah,
that was one of my five. It was on Cartoon Network here. Was it on the Cartoon Network in America?
That and Dexter's Laboratory.
Great shit. Do you ever get into Powerpuff Girls? I know that we're probably not the demographic for it, but I never quite got into it.
And it's the Chipmunks without music, but they're superpowered ladies. Like that was what I got. The professor is absolutely Dave Seville. Yeah, I liked it. Didn't see every episode, but every episode I saw, thoroughly enjoyed.
Fun facts. If you know, I don't know his name because again I didn't watch it. But there is a character from the Powerpuff Girls. I think he's supposed to be one of the evil ones that eventually became a member of the band Gorillaz for one album.
Is it the monkey?
No, it's not the monkey.
Oh, weird. Because if it was the monkey,
I know the monkey's
name is Mojo
Jojo.
Yeah, but I don't know anything else. I know
yeah, if
Mojo
you,
Jojo because that's fun to say.
I can't remember this song now, but yeah, there he is. For one album, randomly there was this guy from the Powerpuff Girls in the band. It was
Okay.
quite random.
Why not?
Oh,
It's a good crossover, actually.
Before we hit the top
Way off track.
stories,
Back on track.
It's great. Who needs a track? Well, we're going. We don't need roads.
Nice.
Just remember to keep all the office stuff. Get the hit the likes and the subscribe buttons and all that good stuff. If you are watching the YouTube version, we do appreciate you. And also, don't forget, now it is the season. Oscars season is coming up, and so there are some now bonus Kush's movie reviews exclusive to the YouTube channel. So for the Oscars, so up to between now and the Oscars, Kush will be reviewing all 10 of the movies nominated for Best Picture. Some will be in Waffle Box episodes, but the ones we can't fit into the episodes, he'll be doing a Brucey bonus. So check those out on youtube.com/@WaffleboxPod for all of Kush's movie reviews. Wonderful stuff. But now I do believe it's time to get into the news. It's now time for Clayton to hit that music as we welcome this week's top stories.
It's now time for this week's top stories.
And out.
Imagine the
Bubbles. Still need that animated. Get on that script squad.
So we did pay a little bit of tribute, but I guess, the main top story, I guess, this week is the passing of Mr. Carl Weathers.
Yeah, it was a bummer.
It was a bummer because, I don't know. So this is kind of the beauty of Carl Weathers, is because he is one of those multi-generational people. Because you can go up to someone and depending on their age, you can go, "Oh, did you hear Carl Weathers died?" And they go, "Oh no, the guy from The Mandalorian. Oh no, the guy from Predator. Oh no, the guy from Rocky." Like he was known for so many things throughout different generations. Like what a guy! I remember watching him. He was amazing in Arrested Development. Did you ever watch him? Was he an acting coach or something in that?
He was Carl Weathers' acting coach.
Yeah. But yeah, so I just want to give a quick shout out to him. Rest in power, as they say. What was your favorite memory of Carl?
Geez, dude. Everyone loves him in Rocky 3, Rocky 4, obviously. But I went back and revisited Action Jackson this weekend, and so many things I had forgotten from that film. But at one point, he's fighting some dude in a hotel room. He throws him out of the window, and that man flies across the alley into another window. And then I don't know, assumably dies or whatever. But like I was just like, no one has ever done that before. They've done the flip over the car. Like Dolph Lundgren did that in Big Trouble, Little Tokyo, Showdown in Little Tokyo. But like, I don't even think I've seen Superman throw a person out of the window and they flew exactly into the next window. Like it wasn't like he even dipped the floor. He went right across onto the same level. And that shit was amazing.
Also, I did enjoy his obviously I'm terrible with names, so his character's name gets away from me, but he was obviously in Happy Gilmore, and also played a little cameo as the same character in Little Nicky.
Mm-hmm. That is a fact. Yeah, I forget the character's name too, but it's Gus, or Frank, or Harvey.
Steve.
It was a Steve?
Steve.
Oh, that'd have been great.
That's my go-to. If I don't know a guy's name, hey, Steve. It's Steve. Hey, buddy. But yeah, I mean, maybe it's too cliche, but yeah, my love of Carl comes from his Apollo Creed days. You just can't not think of him and think of America. His entrance. Obviously, unfortunately, his character dies shortly after that, but that's not important. Yeah.
When the director's cut for Rocky 4 came out a couple of years ago during the pandemic, Stallone's doing a lot of press and promotion for it, and he's just like, if I could go back and redo Rocky 4, I would not have had Apollo die. And like this was such an integral character, and I dropped the ball on that one. And I was like, Well, I'm glad you admitted that, but well, what's done is done. By the way, if you have not seen the director's cut of Rocky 4, I'm not saying it's better. However, it's amazing how much footage for that movie they shot because it's like 2 minutes shorter, but there's like 25, 30 minutes of just all new footage, different angles. Like in the version of Rocky 4 that you and I grew up with, Apollo's feeling a little old. He's feeling a little unappreciated. He's got one more in him, Mike Fish, and he sees his opportunity to go against this Russian to show that he's still got it. In this one, he's kind of just xenophobic. He's like, "Fuck the fucking Russians, man! Like they're gonna come over here and fuck those bitches. Now I'm gonna knock this motherfucker out and send him back to Moscow." And then you know how that works out. But like, it's quite different.
Well, I mean, hating the Russians at that time was all the rage. It was in
Of course, but it's quite different from again what we grew up with. And you're like, oh, this is a different movie.
Do you know what would have been cool?
Hmm.
If they, actually they can't do it now, but if they cast him in at least one of the Creed movies
As a flashback
or a flashback or one of those like, he's having a crisis.
he's
of
talking to
self,
Apollo Creed's Force Ghost.
and then suddenly his dad walks in, and they have a conversation. Then he like kind of wakes up. It's like that'd be a really sweet moment, I think, and it'd been good, cool throwback to the fans. I think
It would be weird because Adonis Creed never met Apollo, so he would have no
why
idea.
Why did you age after he died? That's weird. Why'd you get the ghost get old?
The ghost has a beard, a gray beard now.
Yeah.
Still wearing the golf hat from Happy Gilmore too.
Or he just comes out and goes, no, that was my twin brother who died.
I'm Apollo.
Right.
Apollo Creed.
Uncle Apollo.
Uncle Apollo.
Well, we missed that one as well.
Next life.
Rest in peace, Carl Weathers. You're a legend.
Man. It's amazing how unappreciated you are until you're fucking dead.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I like to think I appreciate him. I was very excited when he was in Mandalorian. I was like, oh my god, that's Apollo Creed.
My YouTube timeline was coming up with like old Johnny Carson interviews, and you're just like, God damn, this guy, like, we lost one here. We lost a good one here. So the world is a lot less cooler without you, Carl Weathers. Thank you.
On to some more sillier things now. We're gonna go over to Japan.
Ooh. Konnichiwa.
So visitors to a Japanese zoo this week were treated to an unusual spectacle when the Asa Zoological Park in Hiroshima held an annual escape drill on Sunday.
Oh dear.
So how this works, the scenarios concocted for the escape drill involved a bear that escaped from its enclosure when an earthquake caused the tree to fall and give a male bear a way to climb out. Video of the drill shows staff using barricades to corner the bear before simulating the process of using tranquilizer dogs to subdue the animal and return it to its enclosure. Now, you might be thinking, oh my God, what went wrong? What went wrong?
Well, they unleashed a bear on the public for
Well, no, thankfully, nothing went wrong. The bear was caught, returned to its enclosure. Probably because playing the part of the bear was one poor employee of the zoo who had to dress up like a bear and run around whilst everyone chased him.
Oh, who did that guy piss off?
Right.
That's a punishment, 1,000%. Like,
in an ideal world, you'd like to assume that everyone has to have their turn playing the bear escapee. But you know in your heart of hearts that it's the weird-looking, unpopular guy that always gets picked to do this.
Right.
Like the assholes at the office always try and make him feel good by convincing him that he's just too good at playing the bear, as they secretly play rock, paper, scissors to see which of them gets to shoot him with the tranquilizer gun.
Yeah, I don't think that would be a fun... because it's not going to be a fun thing, because it's not going to be fun, or
maybe he's a junkie and he's like, I cannot wait for this trank shot.
Oh, you got the $10? Yeah, sure. Oh, or 1,000 yen. I don't know the conversion is. But I appreciate why they can't actually release a real bear for this, but I can't imagine just a guy dressed in a bear suit is adequate training for the real life situation.
It's not, and you know the guy could only do this. Roar. I'm a big scary bear in Japanese. Roar.
Where's your picnic basket? Boo-boo. That's what we get Park Ranger involved. So yeah, that was that. That was pretty dumb in Japan. But again, just rather than doing drills, where it's just like, oh, an earthquake caused a tree to fall, give them out. Just don't have trees near the walls. Can they not do that? I don't know. I'm just thinking outside the box here. Meanwhile, over in Australia, the mainstream media in Australia has come up into some hot water.
Uh-oh.
So an Australian news channel has come under fire after it doctored an image of Georgie Purcell, a female state MP. MP stands for Member of Parliament.
Okay.
The photo appeared in a Nine News bulletin after she criticised the Victorian government's, not Victorian as in the era, Victorian is one of the provinces
Queensland,
in Australia. Right? Victoria, maybe, sure.
It's in Australia. I get it.
It's somewhere in Australia. So yeah, she criticised Victorian's government rejection of a duck hunting ban. Miss Purcell posted the original and altered images side by side on Twitter, not calling it X, noting how her outfit had been editing. Now, she mentioned her outfit had been editing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Goes a little bit deeper than that. So Nine News apologized, claiming, quote, automation by Photoshop was to blame. Their story was that, as is common practice, the image was resized to fit our specs. So, get the image, drag it, and make it bigger. Absolutely fine. I understand that. During that process, the automation by Photoshop created an image that was not consistent with the original. Referring to a tool which uses AI to expand pictures. Now, I am somewhat familiar with that. Like, if you expand, like if you take a picture and you say, I want to enlarge it. So this is where they're fucked up, because when you basically what you're saying, you want to enlarge it. What that actually does, it works out what if you was to say, okay, I've got a 2x4 image, but I want to make it 4x8. It'll work out what the rest of the image would have looked like. It doesn't change the actual original picture, because like I said, I'm no expert Photoshop, but I'm pretty sure Photoshop's resize tool doesn't alter outfits. Also, perhaps it doesn't also enlarge women's breasts. So this is what. So basically, yeah. So they took a picture of this MP, and the original shows her wearing like a sundress. Right, it's just a nice sundress.
It's a casual day off outfit.
Yeah. Whereas the picture they used in the news article had changed this dress to something that looked like she was wearing like a crop top, and her breasts did look way bigger. It's like, why? There was no need for that. But
not a good look, guys. I mean, probably a good look, but yeah,
like a Zoolander fan. It's like, look at. These breasts need to be at least 3 times bigger than this.
Oh, really?
Hold on one goddamn second. Nobody told me that you could easily enlarge sexual organs in Photoshop. Well, somebody is about to take their dick pic game up to a whole nother level.
Old Lathan.
Yeah, TMI, dude. TMI. I mean, also, what are you gonna do? Extend it to 3 inches, Lathan? Boom! I think I must have made Mike spit his beer out there.
Oh no! Oh my god, wrong fucking.
I've disrupted the space-time continuum.
God damn it. That's what I fucking meant to do. Anyway, this is why Lathan presses a button. I can't be trusted. But yeah, now I've lost my train of thought. But no, yeah, don't enlarge your penis in Photoshop because
The truth will
best case scenario, they're going to be like, "Ooh, this looks nice," and then at some point they're going to want to see it in person. And when they do see it,
I mean, if anything, use Photoshop to make your penis smaller, from here to just here. Like,
it's better to set expectations low and then go up above than it is the other way around. That's why I like, I'm a grower, not a show. That's my big thing. Fun fact, not to get too into the weeds and into the dirt, but so I have some close personal friends in the UK, and that's boys will be boys, and parties will happen, and long story short, I have seen his penis, right, and he has got I will say he's been blessed. He's got a generous sized penis. But he tells me, which is hilarious to me, is that once it gets excited, it doesn't change much, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And so he says, even though I have a good sized penis, women will be disappointed because they saw it flaccid and thought, Jesus, if that's flaccid, what's it going to be when it, and it's like, oh, it's about the same. Oh, and so what the whereas me, I look like a scared turtle, but then when it's time to play, ba-bam, here I am, and people go, ooh, Mr. Fish. Fun fact. But yes, anyway, back to this bizarre story. So yeah, you'll be shocked to find out that Adobe said in a statement that any changes to this image would have required human intervention. So yeah, they're lying. It's like the mainstream media is lying to us, Kush, about the breast size.
I mean, it could be much worse. There's apparently a rumor where the former first lady now has a penis herself. So, Michelle.
That's been going around. I think that was going around when she was the first lady.
Well, so again, things could be way worse. Like, that's just rude. Not that enhancing your member of parliament's breasts isn't also rude, but just, yeah, people is rude.
If I was her, I would find someone that is spreading those rumors, and I'd walk up to him, just lean in and whisper in his ear, "It's bigger than yours, probably."
Are we talking about Michelle or the member of parliament?
I guess Michelle, because that's one. Apparently, rumor has it she has a penis. But I imagine if she does, she yeah, I'm sure she's got a wonderful penis, and she should be proud of it. That's that. I'm not saying she does. Anyway,
Michelle Obama has an excellent penis.
Yeah, I could never date a woman that had a penis. Just because, like, if it was bigger than mine, I would feel so insecure.
It'd be a little awkward, right?
It would. Like,
Mhm.
I guess. Do I have to?
You haven't been conditioned
I
for that
feel lower.
life yet.
I feel lower.
You haven't been conditioned for that. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm the same. I'm the same. So don't worry about it.
So only
it's not for us.
Only small penis women. Thank you very much.
I like my women's penises to be an innie.
The small. Oh, it's so small. Your American penis so big.
Not an Audi, an innie. It needs to go inside.
Hear that South Park joke? That reference?
What's the next story, pal?
When they're all pissed off about Jim Pokemon.
Sure.
And America keeps going over to Japan to try to get them to stop doing it, and the Japanese keep distracting the American men, going, "Oh, American! Oh, your big American penis!" Hilarious. Next story is someone going out there into the world and achieving things and then getting a piece of paper from an Irish brewery. It's now time for this week's Dumb World Record.
It's amazing you got Dave Grohl to write those lyrics.
All right, what a guy. And yeah, only cost me 20 grand. Bargain.
I thought it was $20, but okay. Wow, I didn't know you had it like that.
Oh, you have to sell me half.
Why?
Why? Why would I? Why? Why?
Why? Why? Why? Why? Why would you want to do that?
Okay. This week's Dumb World Record takes us to Chesapeake, Virginia. I feel like we've been to Chesapeake, Virginia recently in a Dumb World Record.
Not that I'm aware of, but I don't log every location, unfortunately. So
that would have been a really good. Like if we had like one of those maps, and each week we put a pin on the map everywhere.
That'd be great.
Dumb World Record.
Again, the Serb Squad could take care of that and put it all together in a wiki, a waffle wiki.
Yeah, great.
Locations in the world where world records have happened.
I genuinely don't know how to create a Wikipedia page. Does it have to? I have no idea. Anyway, Julian Kuczma, Kuczma, an 11-year-old boy from Chesapeake, Virginia, earned a Guinness World Record for the most ollies on a fingerboard in 1 minute.
Oh, Philly. A fingerboard is a skateboard that is literally that big, people.
Yeah,
it's,
so yeah.
3 inches. It is the size of Lathan's extended penis.
Hey! There we go, got the right button. So yeah, also for those who don't know, an ollie is a trick where all 4 wheels of the board leave the ground and come back down to land.
Genuinely jealous of anyone who could do that on a real skateboard, let alone a fingerboard.
Julian said that he would fingerboard just about everywhere he would go.
Something about the way you said it made it sound dirty. I don't know why. I know you didn't mean it that way. Anyway,
it's weird.
It's a naughty episode, kids.
He would fingerboard at school during lunch.
Yeah.
He would fingerboard at home.
You know it.
And he would fingerboard even when his mum forced him to go shopping with her.
Oh, no.
Dirty boy. Julian completed 128 ollies in 1 minute on his fingerboard.
Damn. That's over 2 a second.
That's some quick fingering.
There's some quick fingering. Yeah.
It's all very easy for us to sit here and make fun of this kid, but once he heads to college and word gets around of his talented fingers, he'll have all the ladies forming an orderly line outside of his dorm room, and he'll look back at us and scream, "Who's laughing now, assholes?"
I mean, he's probably doing that right now. Like, as soon as the record came out, he's been probably doing that. So, yeah, I agree.
I mean,
I agree.
Yeah, kids are starting young these days.
Oh, boy.
I remember being 14 and being like, oh my God, everyone's talking about doing things. I haven't done anything yet. Oh, no. But then again, they were 14-year-old boys. They were probably lying, but there you go. So knows. Still scarred to this day. Anyway, congratulations, Julian. You are a Guinness World Record holder. Still to come on episode 136 of the Waffle Box. We'll come back after this short break with this week's birthday quiz. Ooh, Celebrity Battle Royal, Kush's movie review, and much, much more. So stick around, if you would, after this short break.
Discover Crisp. Crisp as you've never known it.
New Crispix is crispy times 2.
One side holds the crunch of corn, the other the crackle of rice.
New Crispix is crispy times 2.
2 great grains, 2 crisp crunches for one wonderful taste. Crispix cereal could only come from Kellogg's.
Only Crispix is crispy times 2.
It's now time for the middle of the show quiz.
Hey, welcome back to Waffle Box, episode 136. Do the monkey! It's the middle of the show, so if you ask me, it's the perfect time to play in the middle of the show quiz. And this week's birthday boy on Wednesday, the 7th of February. It's Chris Rock's 59th birthday. Happy birthday. Not a big fan of Chris Rock?
I like the Chris Rock. I'm surprised he's 59.
Oh. Hey, black don't crack. Looks damn good for his age. So we got 5 questions, as always, about Chris Rock's life and career. And Kush has to obviously try to get 5 out of 5 for clean sweep, if not 3 out of 5 for the best of moral victories and all that good stuff. Are you ready, Kush, to have your knowledge tests on this week's birthday boy, Christopher Rock?
Let's go.
Christopher Rockefeller. Lathan, let's have some bad music. Question numero uno.
Number 1.
Though growing up in Brooklyn, Chris was born in Andrews, South Carolina.
Okay.
According to Wikipedia, who is literally the only other famous person born in Andrews, South Carolina?
Charlemagne the God? I think it's North Carolina, though.
Chubby Checker.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't that the... I do the twist again. Now when it last summer.
Yep.
Twist again.
Believe he had a fetish where he was hiding cameras in his bathroom and watching ladies unload.
Yeah.
That could have been a different 50s pop star. So I apologize if I'm talking out of pocket.
Never gonna kink shame, but I would never what's the word? Encourage it or say it's okay. But if someone's hiding cameras in the bathroom because they want to watch women get undressed and shower and stuff like that, like I can connect the dots and see why they would like doing that. But piss and shit stuff is weird to me.
Poop fetish.
No poop for me. I'm gonna poo the poo.
Number 2.
Question number 2. Chris Rock.
That's his Chinese counterpart.
Chris Rock was a member of a group named the Bad Boys of SNL.
Oh, okay, sure.
Can you name at least one other member?
Yeah, David Spade.
Correctamundo. Can you? All right, just for funsies, can you name any of the other? There's 3 more.
Farley, Chris
Yep.
Farley. Let's see, Norm Macdonald, but I don't think that's correct.
I think he was before Chris Rock, if I remember.
And Dana Carvey was too old for that crowd. I mean, he was there, but he was just—that's not him. Adam Sandler.
Yes. Oh,
and then
one
Rob
more.
Schneider.
Rob Schneider.
Yeah, everyone that was in Grown Ups. There we go.
Rob Schneider's gone off the deep end. Have you seen him? Rob
Yeah.
Schneider's fallen off the edge of the flat earth. He's gone nuts.
He's very opinionated, and he's at that age now. It's just like, I don't have much time left. I need to tell people what to do.
Get off my lawn.
He's a local Pacifica native, which is just down the road from us. So
half Filipino.
Yes. Filipino and German.
Just the facts, ma'am.
Number 3.
Question number 3. Oh, this one might be a nice, easy one. So Chris Rock performed his first comedy special in 1994. Was it Bring the Pain, Big Ass Jokes, or Bigger and Blacker?
Oh. I feel like this is a trick question, but I'm going to say Bring the Pain. As Big Ass Jokes.
It was Big Ass Jokes.
It was Big Ass Jokes, which is not a popular, I don't know Big Ass Jokes.
I'm very terrible with comedians' stand-up specials. If they do more than one, they all merge into one for me.
Well, when Chris was at the top of his prime, he was like Bigger and Blacker, and the first thing we just talked about, like you knew those specials, like you anticipated them coming out, and then you celebrated them for like years afterwards.
Yeah, but I mean, after the fact, like for example, Eddie Murphy's Raw and Delirious.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell you. I could tell you jokes from those specials, but I wouldn't be able to tell you which one they came from.
I could.
Anyway, question number 4.
Number 4.
After seeing Chris Rock's act, Eddie Murphy befriended him in the 80s and gave him a role in which 1987 movie?
Beverly Hills Cop. He's a valet driver.
Oh, I could be a dick here and give you the buzzer.
Why? He's a parking lot attendant. Eddie Murphy drives a goddamn cement truck up to the Playboy Mansion, and he's like, "Yeah, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? I get $10 for cars. I get $20 for limos. What the fuck is
what
this?"
movie?
He's like, Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Thank you. You said Beverly Hills Cop, first of all.
No, I didn't.
You did.
How dare you?
Do I have to do that thing on that really obnoxious commercial where they throw the red flag? Oh, let's check the replay.
You might have to check the replay. But you
All
don't
right,
have the power to do that right now, so...
No, I don't, because it's live, pal. We're doing it live. Question number 5.
Number 5.
All the beans. Chris's middle name is Julius because he is a distant relative to Julius Caesar. True or false?
False. Huh.
It's true. But
I'm
not
suspicious
that
of
Julius Caesar. His
Oh.
great-great-grandfather was named Julius Caesar Tingman. So there you go.
Silly. You
Silly, I got you. I got you with your silly boobs. But there you go. So unfortunately, you only got 2 right, which makes you a loser.
You lose.
Oh, better luck next
Go
time.
home and be a family man. That's my Street Fighter fail pose.
Do you remember? Was it Mortal Kombat? What was the one where you had the "Do you want to continue?" screen? Was when your character was falling down this endless pit, and if you didn't continue long enough, you just landed on the spikes.
I believe that's Mortal Kombat 4.
That was so fucking weird.
Yeah. But it's definitely a Mortal Kombat. I don't think it's the first one or the second one, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Anyway, speaking of combat, what a segue! What a segue!
It's a good segue.
It's now time to pit 4 celebrities up against each other and see which one's going to come out on top and be this week's champion in a segment that we like to call Celebrity Battle Royale.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. It's time for this week's Celebrity Battle Royale. And as always, you know I like to have a theme. I like to have a little theme. So I was Googling. What movies we've got coming out in February of 2024. And apparently, word on the street, pun intended, is that there's a new Sesame Street movie coming out this month.
Oh, news to me.
Yeah.
But I'm not the demographic again, so.
Exactly. We
not a parent.
ABCs and numbers by now. We know how to share with others. But so I thought it'd be fun to pit 4 Sesame Street characters against each other and see which one's going to come out on top.
Okay.
So, our 4 contestants this week in the yellow corner, we have Big Bird. In the purple corner, Count Von Counts. In the blue corner, Cookie Monster. And in the green, disheveled, dirty corner, we have Oscar the Grouch. So it's Big Bird versus Count Von Count versus Cookie Monster versus Oscar the Grouch. How's this one playing out, Kush?
Well, first of all, Big Bird's going to get distracted by a moth or a mosquito or someone's flashing little amulet and like, wow, you got something shiny around your neck there. And the Count's going to take a big bite out of his jugular. Meanwhile, the Cookie Monster is going to try and attack him, but Count's prepared for this, so he throws not just 1, 2, but 3 cookies at the Cookie Monster, and then takes a big bite out of him. Oscar the Grouch comes in and just smashes him over the head with a can. And while you would think the Count would just be able to recover, and much like the first 2 opponents take a bite out of Oscar the Grouch, his smell is so pungent that it has the effect of garlic on the Count himself.
It's not beyond the realm of possibilities that there would be some garlic in the trash that Oscar's been sitting in for so long.
Yep. And the Count just folds up, and he's powerless. And Oscar the Grouch goes in for the pin. 1, 2, 3. That wasn't bad. I was afraid we were gonna have another draw on our hands here.
If you ever try to pull that shenanigans again, then I'm gonna have some money in the bank cash in or something. I'm gonna have someone buying. I'm gonna end that thing. But yeah, I think that's a fair one. I'm not gonna argue with that. Oscar the Grouch is the only one that's got a weapon. Use that trash can lid. Bang.
Power of non-hygiene.
Can technically turn himself into a bat to escape, but he's not about that. He's going for the win. I don't know what could we do next week for that? I don't know, because it's Valentine's Day next week. So do we want to have people fighting it, or maybe we could do like heartthrobs fighting it out for the ultimate love?
Sure.
Ooh.
We can rate the Hollywood hunk.
Oh, do you know what we could introduce? We could do our very first tag team celebrity battle royal.
Okay. Couples,
famous couples. Boo.
You know what's crazy is we could also have the 4 loves of J-Lo duke it out.
Of who?
Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, J-Lo.
4 of her ex-husbands. I mean, 2 of them are Ben Affleck, but like, well, he's actually a current husband again. Excuse me.
We've got Ben Affleck. We've got A-Rod. The dancer fella.
There's a musician, Mark Anthony. And I know there's one other dude. He's like not even a celebrity. He was like that one dude when she was trying to be Jenny from the Block again.
Jenny from the Block.
Yeah. Well, just a thought.
She's still Jenny from the Block. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I still like dollar store cock. Anyway.
Whoa.
Don't
intense.
If do not get cock from the dollar store. You're better than that.
It's smelly too.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and people have been hands. Anyway, it's now time for Kush to review a movie in a segment that we like to call Kush's Movie Review.
Kush's Movie Review.
Yes, welcome everyone to Kush's Movie Review, segment where Kush reviews a movie. This week's movie review is Argylle, a movie about. Well, I don't want to tell you what it's about. Well, I'm not going to spoil it. Kush is going to spoil it, but it's about. I was going to try to. Is there another famous character called Argylle? I feel there is that I could have referenced there, but I can't.
There's Argylle, the limo driver from Die Hard, but mostly you think about socks. Scottish socks.
God damn it. That could have been this week's movie review is Argylle, Die Hard prequel.
That would have been great, right?
About a guy who, his journey to pick up Bruce Willis from the airport. Well, I fucked that up anyway. Kush, what's this movie about?
You'll get him next time, Mike. So this is the movie Argylle. I cannot promise I won't get into spoilers, so I'll just get it out of the way here. I was wildly disappointed with this film. I was looking forward to it. I know a lot of people had problems with the trailer, and they played it a lot, but guess what? Once I've seen the trailer, I can just go on my phone for the 25 minutes that whatever movie house is holding us hostage till the feature begins. So the trailer never bothered me. In fact, it drew me in. That's what a trailer does. I just to get it out of the way, this is a 2 out of 5. I was wildly irritated with this film. It had a lot of great potential. Matthew Vaughn. Matthew Vaughn can direct a scene, but for whatever reason, he can't land a movie. I know a lot of people will disagree with me about that with the very first Kingsman, and just just to prove your point, that was over a decade ago, and ever since then, everything has been amiss with him, and I'm positive y'all will agree with me on that. So I would I was really looking forward to this. I liked the cast. I liked the premise. I did not care for any of the twists and the turns, and it's just one thing after another, and scenes just go on for way too goddamn long. This is a PG-13. It's 2 hours and 19 minutes, and as violent as it is, no blood. Again, this is a Matthew Vaughn movie, and the trailer's like from the twisted mind of Matthew Vaughn. This is very safe and sanitary, and for some reason, close to 2.5 hours long when it doesn't need to be. It tries to be cute at points, and Valentine's Day is right around the corner, so maybe this is intended to be that. Majority of people that see this though are not enjoying it. I'm very surprised by who does appreciate this. A lot of ladies are enjoying this movie, and I gotta say, ladies, I'm jealous. I don't know what you're seeing in this. I kind of do. But anyway, again, you've been warned. We might get into spoilers here. I'm going to try and do what I can to avoid it. But if you haven't seen Argylle this week, and many of you didn't, because despite it coming in first place, this $200 million feature made less than $20 million. That's not a good number. So there you go. This is a movie. Again, it's called Argylle. It stars Bryce Dallas Howard, and then my guy Sam Rockwell. And then Bryan Cranston is the bad guy. Sam Jackson's in there every now and then. And then, you got Henry Cavill and John Cena and Dua Lipa. And it's a very interesting cast. Those last three names, maybe not in the movie for a full 10 minutes.
But those old again, deceiving trailers that make them look like they're main characters?
No, they're in all the trailers, and they're in a significant portion of the trailers, but based on the trailer, I knew these are going to be fantasy segments with them. It's about a woman who is Bryce Dallas Howard. She is an author, and much like Romancing the Stone or the thing we did with Sandra Bullock 2 years ago, she's working on the next book. So a lot of times she's visualizing the words she's putting on the page. So you'll see Henry Cavill in an action scene that's wildly over the top, very cartoony. Supposed to be fun, but dude, I am very quiet throughout this entire movie. I think I laughed once. It's at a Catherine O'Keener joke, and I think it was a joke that was already in the trailer. This is, again, one of those movies where I'm on the edge of my seat, not because I'm enjoying what I'm doing, not because I want to absorb more of the story, but because this movie is making my back hurt. It's that kind of project, man. Two things before this we ever even got to the theater. Surprised I never saw this stuff on Facebook and the movie groups I'm in, but everyone I would talk to, one, is Sam Rockwell doing an Owen Wilson impersonation? Everyone 100% went, yeah, he is. And then two, everybody who'd always missed that Matthew Vaughn directed this thought this was a Guy Ritchie movie going into it, including myself. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know if that was an intentional thing to try and do Guy Ritchie's fun cartoon style with an ensemble cast, but anyways, like I said, Bryce Dallas Howard writing a book, and then while she's on her way to her parents' house, a real life spy played by Sam Rockwell says, "Hey, you're in danger. You need to come with me. Your books are all coming to life here." And long story short, again, fuck the twist, dude. Bryce Dallas Howard lost her memory, and she's the spy. She's Agent Argylle. Ooh, honestly, I want to say I saw it coming, but even then, I was like, that's just dumb. They better not do that. And then
they did it.
Matthew Vaughn, again, knows how to do a fucking scene. Again, the whole movie is just evading Bryan Cranston's bad guys. There's a lot of interesting, fun fight choreography in this, but then it just goes when he meets Bryce Dallas Howard. But then he ends up killing 27 people. And again, not a drop of blood. He's shooting people point blank in the face. Not a speck of blood. Not a, oh my god. Just bodies just drop.
That's those special bullets.
Oh yeah, those special non-squib bullets. And again,
it's
which
like
is really weird.
What are those the smokeless fire pits you can get.
Oh, I'm not familiar with those.
What are they called? Solo stoves.
Huh. Never heard of it.
You burn wood in it, but the heat comes out, but no smoke.
Word.
So maybe they manufactured these bullets so you get the kill effect, but no blood.
Not impossible. Not impossible. Or the bullet goes right into you, stays there, and a vacuum pulls all the blood back into the body. That probably happened.
It's like a really hard sponge. You know those types of sponges that you've been having them for far too long. You should throw it out at this point, but you can't.
Oh yeah,
and it's super rock hard.
Smells.
Yeah, you could kill someone with one of those, I reckon.
Anyways, the movie goes on way too long. Scenes drag out a lot. Like we get the point that Sam Rockwell's a badass after the 5th person he kills, but for whatever reason, we got to watch him murder 24 people. It just goes on and it goes on and it goes on. And then finally, like we get into this thing where we're on an oil tanker, and something happens. Someone shoots something, and a bullet punctures a tank, and now the entire floor is covered with oil. And our hero Bryce Dallas Howard, Agent Argylle, grabs a couple knives, stabs them into her boot, and then starts doing this ice skating bullshit, which would totally not happen, and kills another 24 bad guys who can't hit her with their assault rifles to save their lives, which they don't do, and they all die. It just goes on and on and on. It borrows from a lot of other different spy movies. Like I said, I'm very disappointed with this film. It had a lot of promise and potential to be very fun. I don't know what Matthew Vaughn's deal is. Again, he can create a scene. There's a lot of really cool visuals in this film. I appreciate that. Again, my name is Kush Hayes. I smoke a lot of weed, so I see a lot of colors and sparks, and I'm like, "Ooh, that's nice." The rest of the movie is not so much. I don't know why they're selling the hell out of the CGI cat. The cat is not cute or funny. I'm a cat guy. I love me some cats. Couldn't give a shit about this one. And yeah, I don't know what else I want to say about this. Bryce Dallas Howard. She got into something during a promotional thing for the Jurassic World franchise where they're like, yeah, hey, you see this poster of me where I'm looking pretty svelte in my business skirt? Yeah, they slimmed down my ass in Photoshop.
Were they Australian?
I don't know. Australia by way of Hollywood, sure, but
that's a callback to our top story.
I know. I got it, pal. I got it. I'm trying to stay on subject here. Bryce Dallas Howard, looking great in a pair of jeans, fecking all the right places. Makes me want to call her Bryce Dallas Haagen-Dazs because she's rich, creamy, and thick all over. Woo, woo, woo. Ooh. So don't change a thing, Bryce Dallas Howard. Super body positive. Loving everything you did in this thing except for the movie itself. So, again, I wish this was a better movie. We have not been having any luck in the year of 2024. This is a 2 out of 5. I could probably go on longer, but let's not make this another of the Marvels.
But wait, so the cat's not the spy?
The cat is not the spy. However, it's in enough of the posters where, like, yeah, this is a kid's movie, obviously. Like, the cat's automatonic or whatever. Automatonic?
Because they did in all the commercials lead you to believe where you had like, I think it's like Sam Jackson going, you need to meet the real Detective Argylle or whatever it was, and then they'd show the cat, and you was led to believe that the cat was the detective.
I could see why you would think that. It is not. It is just a cat.
That just ruins everything for me because I had so many follow-up questions and now they're pointless. So I was going to be like, does the cat talk or is it kind of a Lassie situation? Do they all say, what is it, Argylle? Oh, it's It's him. He did it with the what? Meow. With the knife. Oh, where? Meow. And he hit the weapon. I thought it was that can be kind of that'd be fun.
No, the cat. 90% of the cat is CGI, and the 10% that it isn't is very irrelevant.
It's just licking itself.
It's just there.
Well, that is disappointing. Anyway.
That's all I got. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look at that. Everyone has to have a bust, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Matthew Vaughn tried to make a date movie, and I don't know what happened. So,
what happened?
What happened?
What
happened, Matthew Vaughn? What are you doing?
Argylle, 2 out of 5. Check it out or don't. Your life won't change either way.
Your life will remain unchanged, like Gordon Couch.
Let's wrap things up, I guess. Let's get us all feeling warm and fuzzy inside. In this week's feel-good story of the week.
Hey girl, how you doing?
That's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane. Can I hear it again?
This week's feel-good story takes us to Wrexham. Ah, yes, that place no one really heard of until Ryan Reynolds took his beautiful face there and made a documentary about a football team.
It's an interesting doc, too.
It's good. It's good. But yes, this book-loving 5-year-old has brought joy to care home residents by reading his favorite stories to them. Harry spends his free time after school reading to the residents of Pendine Park's Highfield Care Home in Wrexham. His mum, Laura, said it was his love of reading that inspired her to bring the book fanatic to the care home where she works. Harry has become a firm favorite among residents, and his mum said that their faces light up when he arrives. Laura, a senior care practitioner at Highfield, added, staff also have got to know him well and always shout out, "Hello, Harry," on his arrival.
On the surface, sure, this is an adorable story, but let's not act like this 5-year-old boy is going there out of the goodness of his own heart. His mom clearly doesn't want to pay for a babysitter, so she drags his ass to her job and forces him to read. If anything, this isn't a feel-good story at all. I think we need to alert child services.
No. Too much, Nathan. Too buku, son. Too buku.
Relax, Leif. Relax.
Yeah.
But anyway, she continues, you whatever, curmudgeon. They all know him and enjoy hearing how well he is progressing with his reading. And Harry, as adorable as he is, he said, "It's great. I like to make them smile, and it's nice when they help me if I get stuck on a word."
Okay.
Oh,
that's good. What does she do again?
What, his mum?
Yes, sir.
She is a senior care practitioner at a...
So this is at a doctor's office.
No, it's a care home. So like
care
a
home.
nursing
Crazy.
home, like an old,
Okay.
I'm guessing old people, lots of old people.
You know,
there.
I gotta give it up to the facility for letting her bring her kid, and a lot of people would be like not okay with that. And by the way, well-behaved kid, because obviously if he was upsetting any of the residents there, he would not be able to stay there. So good job, kid. Good job, mom. Good job, care facility.
You're obviously doing a good job, because most 5-year-olds are dicks.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's still to come, but for now, good job, everybody. Yeah, this was a
Good job, Harry. Good job, Laura. Good job, Mum. And happy reading to the Pendine Park's Highfield Care Home in Wrexham. You're the best.
You're the best.
Fuck right me else. I would if I could. Anyway. And that wraps up the show. What a show. What a show, Kush. What a show, you asked me. It's a great show. But who am I to judge?
Had a good time.
Because I'm not very...
Might be a little biased, but I think that's okay.
Kush, what are we coming up? I know we'll highlight it this week, but I guess there's no new microdose this week. Aww.
No new microdose this week. Life gets in the way once again. I may release an episode of Sweet Science Cinema where we talk about the Rocky IV director's cut And we talk a little bit about Carl Weathers on that. That's me and Pro Wrestling Hall of Famer Jameel Hempel. But if for some reason I don't do that, go to the bosnet.family/SSC, and you'll find it there.
Check that out. And also, next, I mean, we'll talk about it more next week. But turns out that serial guest host of Mike Dose might be returning next week to review this big game. So that'd be fun. So check out that. That will be coming up next week. But yes, for us, make sure you go to enjoywafflebox.com for all the links to how you can support the show, or just be by sharing the episodes, telling your friends and family. Or if you want to buy the merchandise, I'm not gonna stop you. You can follow us on X, Twitter at Wafflebox. I am at Only Mike Fish. You can go on Facebook to find this fella at Crispin Hayes, and you can also find Lathan at Producer Lathan. So yes, it's a goodbye for me. It's a goodbye for Kush. Lathan, any parting words?
Good night, everyone. Hope you all enjoy watching the Jankety Bowl this Sunday. I'm gonna try and stay impartial on this one. But secretly, I hope the Kansas City Chiefs lose by 50 points and Taylor Swift dumps Travis Kelce's unsupportive ass live on TV. See y'all next week.
I don't know why this relationship is affecting so many people.
Even AI is going crazy.
Even the AI is going nuts.
AI. But yes, until next week, take care of yourselves and each other.
That's all, folks.
The center has to be at least 3 times bigger than this.
He's absolutely right.
Thank you. Play me off, Johnny.